Welcome back, everyone. My name is Eltimar, and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left last time, we arrived in the city of Alushinyrra. Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Alushinyrra's guests nowadays. Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth.
Keep your calm.
Let's see what we can find in this city. Loosely called a city. There's going to be a bunch of things that we need to do here, first of all. Alright, I know that. Okay. It's going to tell us how to travel through Alushinyrra, but I don't care about that. We need to go into spells. Level 4 spell, Dimension Door, Dimension Door, Meta Magic, lower its spell level. Well, we do have a bunch of level 4 slots. We're also going to need some level 3 spell slots as well. I'm going to make my group a little more compact, and then we're going to mount Sela on her horse to make a little more room. We're going to be dimension dooring a lot around. Well, maybe not a lot, but some amount. Because there's a lot of things you can only get by teleporting around with Dimension Door, like some of these chests, for example. So you want to bring your whole party along. Well, you don't necessarily have to bring your whole... You generally want to bring your whole party along, because things can go real bad if there's a fight and your whole party isn't there. You also want to make sure you lockpick things with your best character. We're going to use a lockpick on this one. It's a 65% chance, 90% if we use her apprentice lockpick set. What the hell is Sela doing? Anyways, +5 light mace, and it has freezing, finesse wielding. So, makes enemies within a 10-foot radius suffer a -2 penalty to attack and damage rolls with ranged weapons. It's actually a really decent mace that we're never going to use. There's also more loot here. You want to make sure you're grouped up nice and tight though when you Dimension Door, because you can accidentally leave people behind and then you have to go back and get them. Just wasting spell slots.
This war must end. Are we ready to move out?
Alright, so more loot to grab. This wall is down currently. We might as well go through it. Knowledge Arcana check here. The abyss is chaos and everything in it is constantly changing, both in appearance and nature. Even the architecture of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle of its design. Again, keep all your group together. It is important. There are fights that will happen. Save lots, like a lot in this city. The city's gonna change. I can see a person up there somewhere. A long way up. We'll get up there eventually. We'll be dimension dooring around just to get treasures on loot or on roofs and stuff like that. So you're gonna want to keep an eye out for loot that will appear. Like there's a brazier up here. I think there's also a fight associated with that area. I don't recall all this territory all that well, but it is a lot of fun once you get past the turn to change perspective thing. This place is creepy, isn't it? Even by this city's standards. Arusha casts her eyes over the devastated landscape of the slums. But you know, believe it or not, one of my few good memories of the Abyss is from this place. Will you tell me what happened? It was a bad day for me. I was hiding from some dangerous demons I owed money to, or rather, now I come to realize that it was just a low-grade street gang who must have been eaten up by someone stronger since then. But by then, they were a real threat to me. Their thugs had already made a hole in my side, and they were following my blood trail to finish what they started. I barely managed to find quarter, some basement or shed, but it was already occupied by this tiefling. I was ready to flee, but he smiled and told me I could sit beside him. Arusha smiles. I was probably acting like some skittish animal, so I sat as far away from him as I could, ready to stab him or make a run for it at a moment's notice, but he gave me a healing potion and told me I could hide there for as long as I needed. We started talking. He was a traveler from some other plane, not Galarian though. He was also hiding, although I don't remember from who now. We remained in that hideout for several days. He shared his food with me. Some kind of pancakes? Odd ones. Spicy. Never tried anything like it before. I thought he expected something from me in return. Well, you can guess what I thought he wanted, but he didn't lay a single finger on me. Instead of saying goodbye, he said, "Don't thank me. Just pass it on." Back then, I didn't get him at all. Only when I came to Dresden did I hear that phrase again and learned what it meant. What do you think it means? It's like revenge, but turned around. A stranger does you a good turn and doesn't demand payment, and in exchange, you find another stranger and do them a good turn for free. It sounds odd. Demons wouldn't understand it. I barely understand it even now, but the main idea is to increase the good in the world, right? Did you ever meet him again? No, never. Did you pass it on? You know, now that I think about it, I didn't. I've helped many people since then, of course, but all of them were mortals back in Golarion. I never helped anyone in Alushinyrra, which means I still owe him a debt. Why don't you pay it right here and now? Now, but Arushale looks at the dirty streets and the even dirtier locals. You're right, why not? Hey you, wait, hold on, don't run away, just stay where you are. With a fast, determined pace, Arushale approaches a dirty, scabbed-covered Abercandaloo. What you need? The demon's eyes dart around, seeking potential escape routes, but as soon as he realizes that no one is going to beat him up, he bares his teeth. You must... Well, the succubus cringes under the little demon's glare and hastens to finish. You must need money, so here you go, take it. The Abercandaloo snatches the pouch out of Arushale's hands and weighs it in his crooked and deformed palm. Huh, so what do I gotta do, stab someone? Torch something? You don't have to do anything. This is simply for you. No reason. Pass it on. The succubus says the last words to the Abercandaloo back as he scurries off. That's it. He's gone. I'm not even sure if there was any point to it all. I bet he didn't even understand a thing. You needed a lot of time to understand, too. That's right. The confused expression on the succubus's face gives way to a timid smile. I don't know if I really have changed anything by giving gold to that poor wretch, but you know, I feel better now, and it's not just because I repaid my debt to that traveler, it's just I did something for someone by myself. I didn't think I just did it. Before, I only knew a world where everyone tried to devour each other, but now, when I know what it feels like to help others, I can think of another world, a world where everyone helps, and it's like amazing, and it's an amazing thought. Maybe that's what Elysium is like. It kind of seems sort of Elysium-y. Elysium-y? There's some... Oh, Zara and Yorgis is here. There's a store associated with these people. And some other stuff that goes on there, but we'll come back to that. A group of dirty beggars in tattered clothes have gathered around a handsome young man with messy, dark hair. The crowd is clearly hostile, but he doesn't seem to notice. He gives the beggars a charming smile, completely oblivious to the sharp shivs glinting in their hands. Jokot. The young man has a glove puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize in a surprisingly deep voice. Hey, you lousy parasites, who's in charge here? The young man lowers his voice and beams cheerfully. He addresses the crowd normally in a warm, friendly voice. I would like to introduce you to invite your leader to a romantic dinner with candles. I'll pay for everything, of course. Do not interfere. The beggars whisper among themselves. You manage to catch a few snippets of their conversation. He's crazy, leave him be. And what if he bites you? Where the crowd disperses, the young man jots something down in his notebook. That's part of a small little quest we're going to be doing in this city. I do remember that one. The sounds around you fade and the world is plunged into an eerie silence. Street noise never ceases in Alushinyrra, but even it has disappeared. You are surrounded by a thick and impenetrable darkness from which 3 pairs of shimmering eyes observe you. A sibilant whisper reaches your ears. Explain yourself. I am an inscrutable enigma. I like enigmas. Enigmas are fun to solve. I am Nazirius. I kill. The monster's whispered hiss sounds more like an icy blast of wind than human speech. It's impossible to say whether it's boasting, threatening, or simply stating a fact. Minago the Lilitu, purchase your death. Incomprehensible. You are immortal. Killing you is easy. Why did she not kill you herself? Why me? A trap, an opportunity, an enigma. Nazirius, what are you? There was a Fey Lord, there was an opulent court, there was a court executioner. The Lord was generous, gave the gift of death to many. Everything is different now. The Lord is overthrown, the court is disbanded, the executioner is gone. Now I am here, peddling death. You realize you face an Ankau. These evil creatures have control over shadows and often serve powerful Fey Lords as executioners and assassins. It's not surprising this creature makes a living in Alushinyrra as a killer for hire, now that its master is gone. And yet this Ankau looks unusual even for a Fey. The creature must have somehow become tied by blood to the demons during its journey through the abyss. Before us is a representative of the Fey class, genus Ankau, born predators. Just look at the sharp teeth and the claws, the latter of which contains traces of cold iron. It's unknown whether this is a genetic mutation or an artificial transformation during this individual's lifetime. Mr. Ankau, would you be so kind as to submit one of your claws for scientific analysis? A piece of friendly advice. Pipe down while you're still alive. No, let her continue. I, too, should very much like to know what Ankau claws are made of. The claws are my property. If you want them, then buy them. The price is my death. Ah, consent for an autopsy, even better. She shifts her gaze to you. What are we waiting for? One shouldn't underestimate mortals. I twice defeated Minago. Clearer now, even more perplexing. Now, how could a mortal defeat a Lilitoon? Trickery? I cannot be tricked. I am here. I will kill you easily. Minago sent you to your death. I have laid waste to armies of demons. You cannot hope to overpower me. Minago is afraid of you. Why? Something is wrong. The monster lapses into a puzzled silence. Minago is not a lord, just a client. The deal can be terminated, but there is a condition. Reputation. A cheated customer means a ruined reputation. Kill Minago. No client, no contract, no problem. We have a deal. Where is she? A house in the lower city appears in your mind. Find her there. Come and kill her. The monster silently vanishes. Your ears are once again filled by the ceaseless din of Alushinyrra's streets. We gained 5,184 experience for that, and we found some random items that we can't grab because no one's getting close enough. Also, there's a trap up here. This is a trap and also looks like some sort of item. Let's teleport up there. Is everyone close enough? I think so.
You are my favorite person.
We will have to rest at some point in the city, of course, but what am I doing? There we go.
I sense something.
Oh my god. We teleported onto the trap. That's funny. And then Nenyo got fingered to death. That's pretty amusing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I think, is teleport further back. Maybe back towards this corner here. Let's see if that'll work.
Trust in yourself.
That's still pretty funny though. Just teleport casually onto the trap and die. Everyone's still close-ish.
I found something.
Okay, we're good, I think. Alright, let's grab a Baruchele.
You call.
So this one goes to where? Where do these go to? That one goes back here somewhere. It's kind of hard to see.
I finished here.
Okay, that one's done.
Is there more?
Yes, there's more. There's one here.
I'm glad I was
There we go.
useful to you.
Got some loot. Let's see what's up top here. Might be something useful. Don't know that for sure. Then again, there might be nothing of value up here. We could maybe teleport over to here. There's a commoner. Is there a loot up there, though? Doesn't look like there's anything, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Oh, we can just walk there.
Watch out for trouble.
There's a soul hunter here. Oh, great. There's a Galu. We're saving. We're going to be in a fight very soon.
We'll make things right.
Bombomancy, Eldritch Siolomancy, and many other clever words.
A bright future awaits us.
I'm up for an adventure.
Yep. Alrighty, so there is a fight against this thing that you can do. This soul hunter. It's a little out of our league at the moment. We're going to come back for it later. Maybe at level 16 or 17 if we can get there. It's pretty tough. It destroyed us.
Trust in yourself.
There were parts of the fight that weren't so bad, like there's some Ishorch things. Not the worst. But its armor class is super high, and it casts a lot of fingers of death. Like a lot of them. It's the Bad Luck Tavern. We're not going to go in there quite yet, I don't think. I like how this one lowers, but this doesn't do anything. Like, it's completely useless. Let's go to the tavern, though. There's no point in not going to the tavern at this moment. Alrighty. Commoners, slaves, commoners.
I found
A trap.
something.
Which room is the trap in? The room's in that. The trap's in that room, so
Struggles never cease.
the way to solve it is in this room. It looks like. Yep.
I finished here. Is there more?
Prismatic
I'm trusting
ring.
you.
Midnight moral. Lockpick chest. The main room is over here, by the way.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Ooh, some cold iron. Nice. We need to find a store, which we will very soon. Just not quite yet. That leads it out. We don't want to do that yet. We have heavy
There are
encumbrance,
many
which is
roads
not
to
ideal.
success.
Go talk to the bartender, Burgaz, who I'm pretty sure is a store? Yes, perfect. Wait, he says he's going to give us a Nahindrian crystal. Fascinating, I'm interested. Let's take a look at what he's got here. So Nahindrian crystal, quote unquote, +1 competence bonus on knowledge of world skill checks. It's not real. Bulk selling, we're selling all that junk. We also have so many items. So Balanced Defender we'll keep for now. Banshee's Heart is a glaive. That's pretty good for Soziel. We'll keep that for now too. It's a +6 glaive technically. Bardishas, however, are gone. Blitzcut will keep. Cold Iron, all those are gone. All these bows. All these Earthbreakers. Buy for an eye. Get rid of the finger, we're not going to use it. I have these daggers, I think they're useful later. Actually, maybe they're not, I don't remember. Rebound will keep for Regil at the moment, and same thing with the Reeking Heart of the Arcane. Camellia could maybe use that. That's actually a really good dagger too, so I'm going to keep that one as well. Rupturing Storm, we don't use scimitars at all. No one in our group does. Scythe +3 garbage. Shock Crossbow's gone. What was that one? Soul Shear will keep. It's also a pretty decent glaive, and the Blitz we will keep, I think, maybe for Greybore. I can't remember if he needs one or not. Anyways, selling all that junk. Now, next round. Breastplates. All of these are chainmail +3, which is a bunch of money. Life Vim, I guess it's okay. I'll keep that one for now. Indomitable Life is +3. Can be good. It's like a last stand, kind of. Not really, but... Mythril Breastplate +3 gone. Mantle of Night. Maybe. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And sure. How's our weight capacity doing? Much better. Alright, let's take a look around. There's a familiar face. Let's save. This halfling with his horribly burnt face and crimson whiteless eyes looks strangely familiar. After a moment's recollection, you remember his features. This is the sobbing man who stumbled into a nest of Vescivores and lost his sight as a result. Luckily for him, you just arrived just in time to pull him out of that ditch, only for him to end up in an even more dangerous and sinister place. Who are you? The halfling scans you suspiciously with his terrifying red eyes. He speaks in a silken voice while his hand carefully hides under his clothes, where undoubtedly a weapon is hidden. The name's Sam Crow, and just who are you? Don't you recognize me? I saved you from those Vescivores. For a few seconds, the halfling is silent, stunned, then exclaimed in excitement. From one eerie eye, a single bloody tear appears. Out of sheer emotion, perhaps. I thought your voice was familiar, but for the life of me I couldn't remember where I heard it. So it was you. What a surprise. What a joy. I thought I was a goner. Then you grabbed me by my skivvies and snatched me out of the claws of death. I never had the chance to repay you. When I came to, I looked around and there were crusaders everywhere. My first thought was that they got me. They caught up to me, those pious dogs. I hadn't noticed that I was unbound and unguarded until later, when I took off running. I wasn't right in the head, you see. I had a nasty fever. I didn't get the chance to meet my savior, but not this time. I'm not going anywhere. Here, take this. This is for old Sam Crow, the scoundrel, who still lives and breathes instead of lying dead in that blasted canyon. What's wrong with your eyes? I thought I healed you. The halfling grunts grimly. The Vescivores left some crap behind, some kind of acidic slime, or maybe those wretches laid their eggs. I don't know. Whatever it was, on the 7th day my left eye went dim, and on the 9th some sort of shadow appeared in my right one. It kept wriggling in there. A healer in the battle bliss cut out my old eyes and sewed in these instead. Now I can see in pitch darkness, and can tell the differences in temperature, and do a bunch of other stuff. A master of his craft, that healer was. Ruthless, though. How'd you end up in that crevice? As soon as those crusaders started mopping up our forces in Canabris, I knew it was time to split. Them Eagle Watch interrogators snooping around everywhere, asking questions. Just how did Baphomet cultists get into the city with such ease before the attack? You know, half our agents are scullers, not spies. Catch one and he'll rat out the rest. So I was out of there in an instant, on my way back to my mates. Wish I could have found a proper guide, though, so I wouldn't have fallen into that Vescivore nest. Why were you scared of the crusaders? As I was legging it away from Canabris, I couldn't shake the image of the gallows they'd hang me from, for treason and all that. You wouldn't believe all the stunts I pulled off. I smuggled Lady Minago's letters into the city, hid cultists under the guise of merchants' guards in my own home, brought Faxon into the Tower of Estrad, did some research on the Blackwing Library for Lord Xanthier. Who showed the demons where the crusaders' barracks were on the first night? Me. They were all cut down, unarmored, and half asleep when the resistance gathered at the Defender's Heart. Who was it that found out and told the demons about it? Me again. The whole thing hinged on messengers and spies like me. That's why the Crusaders would have gladly hugged me if I was caught. You scum, so many good folks died because of filth like you. She clenches her fists, her eyes burning with rage. Hey, has she lost it or something? Get this lunatic away from me, she'll hurt me. You thought you'd be safe in the abyss. You thought wrong. Gosh, you're an Eagle Watch hound. Did that bitch Irba send you after me? Help! Crusade bounty hunters are crawling over the abyss now.
Some fun.
I'm sorry, my dude. You are a truly abhorrent human being, or gnomish being,
Guide my blade.
and are dead. That was a very easy fight.
We stand.
But thank you for the sword, or the weapon. Chainmail. Hooray. What is the thing he gave us, though? He gave us Ashmaker. It's a Flaming Burst, Enhancement 5, Monk weapon. It's technically a +4. This +4 Flaming Burst Quarterstaff grants its wielder +2 bonus on attack rolls and caster level for all evocation school spells. That actually might be really good for Ember, because Ember uses a ton of evocation, and especially with things like Hellfire Ray, that could be extremely helpful, which is a ranged touch attack. So let's use that. We're going to loot this place. Okay, enough with trying to loot Wasila. A ledger, and a bunch of junk. There's a slave. There's a red mask there. That's for a later quest. There's no point talking to her yet. You can't do anything about it. And that's going to be it there. Let's go talk to Burgess. Bed, booze, or bargain. What brings you here? Tell me the latest rumors. $500. Fine. I'm just gonna go with all the... We're not gonna read them all. Alright. That's all we wanted. So this is the part that we wanted. One last thing, mortal. You may have noticed that Alushinyrra was not built for your kind. It'd be easy for you to get lost in our streets and die an inglorious death if you don't know how to fly or teleport. But why should I want you to die when you're still drinking? Take this if you lose your way. Take it to any arch and they'll transport you here. Nauticula's idea to aid guests from other planes such as yourself. This is the gold coin from the Bad Luck Tavern. So all he did was tell us about the areas of the city. So the arena is in this part of the city, where we can fight some things and do some wagers. Middle class is about trade, the 10,000 delights, flesh markets. Well, we're going to go to all these places, so there's no point in really getting the description. The upper city is where the the higher echelons live and play, and there's some dangerous things up there. We're going to go to all of those places and do that eventually. But for now, we have things to go do that are not that. There's a couple really nasty fights in this area of the city, and one of them's actually coming up. These guards you can kill to get to other areas of the city, but there are non-violent ways to do this. You don't need to kill anything, technically. Hello, darling. Miss me? A projection of Sakubanath appears before you, his incorporeal form, barely visible. I do apologize for not visiting you in person, but I'm forced to stay hidden in the city. If you want to see me, and you do, right, then you just have to find me. Why are you in hiding? So that I'm not discovered, of course. You know, I have so many admirers, and every one of them wants a piece of my beautiful, delicate body. The demon lord runs his hands along his body suggestively, especially in this city. My ex lives here, and if she finds me, she'll break my heart, along with all my other organs. His ex/sister/former lover. How can I find you? You can search the loftiest heights and scour the lowest depths, but you'll not find me. However, he says with a cryptic smile, they say I look down on others. Well, what's wrong with that? Find a place where you can watch all the sinners run about on their trifling errands, and you'll find me. We'll deal with that later. That's not important right now. What is important is we have stuff to do over here. Ouch, alright guys, that's enough, I get it. It won't happen again. Just not my eyes. Not my eyes. Move your hand, scum, or I'll break the other one too. I said move it. A group of demons, laughing with glee, is kicking a skinny babao curled up on the ground. Not your eyes? Fine then. Your belly. Have some of this. What are you doing? You're hurting him. Ember dashes towards the demon laid out on the ground, shielding him from the blows. Stop, why are you doing this to him? Huh? Who's that? The demons goggle at the girl. I'm just a mortal, weak and silly compared to you. I'm a mayfly. One moment I'm here, the next I'm gone, but you better listen to what I tell you because I've lived more than you have. Listen to her carefully. This might be the most important thing you hear in your entire lives. Yeah, alright. We've always dreamed of listening to what a charred piece of meat has to say. The demon draws closer to the girl and looks her over with contempt. What's with all the riddles? What do you mean you lived longer than us? It's very simple, or lived more than us. It's very simple. I haven't lived very long, but I have friends, those I can protect, those who are glad to see me There are many sad things, but I still know what happiness is. But you, beating, biting, fearing, hating each other, are you really happy? And if you aren't, is this any kind of life? So yeah, I lived a lot, but you spent centuries and centuries without really living. Bah, this mortal brat. This lump of meat is gonna preach to us. The demons give a predatory sniff, bend down and show off his mouth filled with sharp teeth. You know what makes me happy? Gobbling up tasty pieces of meat like you. Ember looks at him serenely. She reaches out and strokes his horned head with her burned palm. Poor thing. You're so hurt and scared all the time. You feel a bit better for a while when you torture others and forget about your suffering. But is that really happiness? The demon recoils from her touch. There's a combination of surprise and terror on his fearsome face. Are you crazy or something? The demons stand around Ember. Their faces show caution and rapacious interest. It's clear that they are slightly afraid of the strange girl who shows no fear, but at the same time, they see no obvious threat. Ember, this demon is wounded. Words are all well and good, but let's help him. Oh, you're right. How embarrassing. There. Ember whispers a smell, and the demon's wounds heal.
Esmo, Axe, yes.
The babao jumps up and runs away from Ember, and the demons who are beating him. Screw you, I owe you nothing. Of course you don't, Ember says serenely, or smiles serenely. I helped you for no reason, just because I wanted to. I hope you'll be alright. Ah, for no reason? You're stupid. No one does anything without a reason. She's a witch. Probably wants to sell us something, some magical potion or herbs. Come on, show us, what do you have? What? No, I'm not selling anything. I just wanted to tell you how much you're missing. I mean, you're free, freer than anyone in the world. You could use this freedom to make life miserable for yourself and everyone else. Just think about how much happier you could be. Ember keeps preaching. The demons listen, occasionally interrupting with laughter and obscene jokes. Finally, they grow bored and walk away. They left. Do you think they understood anything? Who knows? Even I'm intrigued to see how it'll turn out. You're right. I want to help them so much, but how could I know what will work and what won't? Maybe in an hour's time, you and I won't even be alive. You know what I was thinking? I tried sending prayers to the demon lords, and I tried talking to the demons in the street, but one of the demon lords lives right here in this city. Nocticula, right? What if I try to talk to her? Not through prayer, but in person. We're going to meet her sooner or later, aren't you? Please take me with you. I'm sure if we meet face to face, like you and I are talking right now, I'll be able to convince her to stop being so mean. You take me to her, promise. Yes, I will definitely do that. If we save here, we can open up this lore religion check, which maybe we can. What was our lord religion? Okay, so we need to roll a 13. It's actually a pretty tough check. But we can definitely give it a couple more attempts. It'll be worth a bunch of experience, and also there's a fight that'll come out of it once we get the object that's in it, I believe. I did it! Symbols inscribed on the wall belong to the language of the Titans, the first creations of the gods, and themselves the creators of the sinister Demodans. Now, I remember this being a fight at some point. Let's just quickly haste up. I don't remember exactly what this fight entails, but we've saved. Oh, we don't have a thing yet. Okay, we don't need to worry about this at the moment. Good. Let's grab some more experience really quickly. There's a mobility check and athletics check that we can do.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
That goes down and up. So in case you don't want to go through the tavern, you can go through this little alleyway thing here. Now there is treasure around here apparently. Let's go find it.
Watch out for trouble.
Should be around here somewhere. Let's take a look. So it should be dead ahead of us. Oh, it's up high on this thing here. There was a check over here, an athletics check. Let's save and see what we can do. What is our... Oh, we need to roll a 6. That's not so bad. We took a little bit of damage, that's fine. Oh, come on, we need a 6. This can't be that hard. Oh, we tried to... Okay. We took extra damage for no reason.
Oh, the waiting's never
But,
fun.
you know, we can just do this. The horse wasn't standing in time to do the actual check for us. There we go. Now we're back up. There is a lockpick here. We're not going to go all the way up to the next level of the city yet, because we've got some more things to do here first.
I finished here.
We have...
Is there more?
Librarian's Cloak. Plus 10 competence to use magic device. Increases the effector caster level by 4 when using scrolls. Realistically, we should have been making a bunch of scrolls with Nenio, and we could still, because she can use scrolls extremely effectively as a scroll
Finished
master
here. Is there
person.
more?
But also,
Keep your calm.
with that cloak, it would have made her a lot better. So, that's the Bad Luck Tavern. We have at least some more loot there to go. We can go back down here pretty easily. Our mobility check is quite high, I believe.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Now, if I were there's the loot right there. Grab this. Anything up here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so, no, there's still loot over here we missed. On that roof. How did we get to that roof? There's bound to be a way. We go across the top, I think. Over to here? Through there? Yeah, we definitely go that way. Okay.
Stop learning.
Let's go do that.
There are many
We're almost out of time on the video, but we'll just try and loot a little bit more. This is our first foray into Alushinyrra, so we got lots to do. No. Actually, I don't think it matters.
I found something.
What did you found? Oh, trap. Up on top here. Okay. We'll get to that in a sec. Saving, of course. Just cause, you never know. Lots of commoners and stuff. Okay, so there should be loot up on top of this building. There's definitely an alchemist up here. These, I believe, start a fight. If I'm not mistaken. We might be able to do it. In fact, I'm pretty sure we can. Let's just do a quick teleport up. We saved down here, right? Yeah, okay, good. Alright, so at least a Cambion and some insolent demons and stuff we're going to save. We're going to need a couple of spells just to make this less annoying.
Together, we stand.
And you
are my favorite
cast
aid.
displacement. And on the horse. And then we're going to do something along the lines of haste. And save. We're also going to do a Sirocco
You require my unbiased opinion?
for knockdown reasons. Okay. Going up top. Look who's strolling down our street. Don't you know there's a royal here? Blah, blah, blah. Enemy, including a Colossus Defiler, which is annoying, but not the worst. Decent damage. Not great by any measure, but fine. I'm gonna leave the I'm gonna shoot the Colossus Marauder, I think. No critical hits. We did get a knockdown though on some of them. Not that guy though, so let's... Wow, that was an abysmally bad round.
I'll just have to force a brute
Get that one gone. Ember's gonna move up a little bit and do Storm Bolt. Is it a full round? Oh, it's a full round cast. Damn, that was dumb. I did a dumb. Nenio's gonna do another Sirocco because there's a lot of enemies in this. Really don't want them getting back up. Colossus is down now too, which is nice. We'll do another Holy Fire. Try to hit our own... That's fine. Hit our own group members, I think, for more than hit the enemy, but that's fine. We'll shoot the Insolent Demon later. Kill the Babao Eliminator. Or not. Miss all your attacks. Also works fine for me, I guess. The Insolent Demon's dead.
So it comes to this.
Stormbolts? Stormbolts. Okay, now I think we pretty much can just wipe the floor with the remaining enemies. There's not a lot left alive.
Desna, guide my hand. Disappear.
The concealment is kind of annoying, but whatever. That one's dead. There's still Colox's Marauder left alive.
You made your choice.
I don't know how to get to that guy down there.
Make your peace.
Didn't quite kill him.
Into the fray.
Oh, we just walk up to him. Okay. Everything is dead that needs to be dead. We killed a bunch of demons and stuff. Let's just dispel magic here. Insolent Demon at Ring of Protection +2. Gloves of the Resourceful Magus, which gives us more Arcane Pool if we had a Magus in our group, which we don't. Bunch of magical items. Bunch of stuff to sell. And that's the end of that fight. There's also something to loot over here,
What's that there?
along with the trap. Where's the traps? Okay, so you have to go around it.
I
I
will
see.
prove my worth and trust in you.
There was another trap that we failed to see that had Slay living on it.
Finished here. Is there more?
Glad it didn't kill us. Okay. Fight complete. At the very least we did one fight this video. It's always good to get at least one fight out of the way. For now though, I think we're going to call the video here. In the next video we'll, continue exploring through Alushinyrra. Probably the funnest city in the game. But like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise I'll see you next time. Take care.